What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. Your girl is outside this morning enjoying my morning coffee while sitting on my deck. I do need to fill up my bird bath and also water all of my plants, so I figured I'd do that with you guys and show you all of the beautiful plants that I have been trying to keep alive this year, and I've been doing pretty good with it. So first off, the neighborhood cats use this bird bath more than the birds around here. Every time I come out here, they're drinking from it, which I don't mind. I do have a lot of plants up here on my deck. My deck may be small, but I surrounded it with flowers this year and greenery. And so I'm constantly out here watering the flowers and picking off the dead. These flowers have thrived this year in this heat. I can't say that I've done the same. I have been inside being a homebody, avoiding the 90 and 100 degree weather. Pretty sure you guys have seen the little pup running around in my yard, and if you didn't, you're definitely going to see in these next couple clips. So I did take a break from YouTube because my dog of 15 years did pass away. And it's been 3 months. Since then, we did add a new puppy to the family. This is Bailey. I'm sure you guys will be seeing a lot more of her here on my channel. So I wanted to walk you guys out to my backyard and show you guys my pumpkins. I know I say pumpkins really weird. I add like an M and a couple N's in there. But I tried my finger again at the pumpkins this year, and they are just taking off. This is only about a month and a half of growth. I do have a couple different pumpkin plants growing here. That's why the leaves do look a little bit different. And I'm not sure what is doing it, but either a squirrel or raccoon are taking off with some of my pumpkins. If you look closely, I still have a few on this one. These are just starts, and they will get a little bit bigger, maybe the size of an orange, and then something takes off with them. So I'm not really sure what to do to prevent it. If you have any tips or tricks, please let me know because I'm desperate. They've already stole about 4 pumpkins. I do have some more growing in here. These are just little babies, but they take off pretty quickly. And then we've got this one. This one's growing sideways, so I'm not sure what the deal is here. But altogether, I have about 6 plants. And I'm just so excited for fall to come in. I'm over the summer heat. I've got all kinds of pumpkins on this one plant right here. I'm pretty sure this is a mixture of the smaller white and orange pumpkins, like the pumpkin pie ones, so they don't get that big. I did add a little bowl of water out here, hoping that whatever's taking the pumpkins will take a drink of the water instead of taking off with pumpkins. They've already got me for like 5 or 6 of them, and I'm over it at this point. I'm about to stick a scarecrow back here or something. I'm desperate. But this is how I start my mornings off every morning. Of course, Bailey's always here to help me. And I just water all of my flowers. I just find it so therapeutic. There's something about doing this that brings me such peace. It's just a very calm way to start off my busy days. So speaking about busy days, we're back inside, and I need to get busy cleaning up before we get on with the rest of our day. I know everything doesn't look that messy, but I have not vacuumed or mopped in here for at least 2 days. I've just been so busy with back-to-back appointments, and I'm trying to make sure that all of my school shopping is done and that my daughter and my son enjoy what's left of summer before school starts. So I've been putting off the housework. It's always here waiting for me anyways, but of course these days with my kids are not. So I'm just spreading myself thin, and I'm trying to be the best mama and housekeeper. So I'm just starting with picking everything up. I put everything on the table, and I start vacuuming all of the floors, the carpets, and the couches. A good vacuuming or sweeping is a must before pulling out a Swiffer or a mop, because you don't want a Swiffer or mop over dust and hair and crumbs. So we're just getting everything up so that way we can get these floors shining. This table weighs so much, so it's so hard to move around, but it's got to be done. Having a almost 3-year-old and a new puppy, they make such mess. The puppy's chewing on everything and little bones, and then my son just throws his food all around. So yes, there was stuff underneath the table. I'm always getting comments saying that my house always looks so clean and picked up, but you guys do not see this stuff in person. There is always something to clean in here. And then keeping these couches, as light as they are, clean is such a challenge. I do not know why I went with almost white furniture, very light gray furniture. It is so hard to keep up with. I'm just vacuuming up the dog beds. I do have a small handheld vacuum, but I'm just making do with this little stick vacuum. I don't want to pull everything out and all the cords. I'm not going to store the vacuum away just yet because I still need to clean up my kitchen as well. But I'm going to go in and clean off this table. So in my last video that I posted like 3 months ago, everybody was asking me about the new furniture, and I just wanted to answer a few questions. So I got the furniture from Louisville Overstock. It's maybe 3 or 4 miles away from my house, and they have such good deals. The only reason I got the couch is because I can unzip everything. All of the cushions, all of the pillows, everything unzips, and I can throw it in the washer. And that is a must with pets and kids. So that's a plus. I do miss my sectional. However, it was impossible to clean. And then the tables and the coffee table, they did all come separate, even though they look like a set. They display it as a set, but it's all individually priced. So like the 2 end tables, you have to buy them separate as well. They do not come as a pair. And you can choose from these round farmhouse end tables, or you can get them in square, which matches the coffee table a little bit better. But I just like the round ones, so we went with them. The square ones also had the drawers in them and a shelf at the bottom, but that's just more to clean, and it's also more storage to just fill up with stuff that I don't need. So I went with the round. As for the fireplace, you guys know I got this from Costway. I absolutely love it. We don't really use it until it's like fall and winter, and even then I don't really turn the heat on, but I always do turn the fireplace on dummy mode just so we can see the fire, and it makes everything so cozy. My shelves, I'm missing planters at the bottom, and that is because the dog chewed up one, and then as soon as my toddler seen the dog tear that one up, he plucked the other. So it's just a lost cause. I need to get something else to put on these bottom shelves. But for now, I'm holding off because I'm just waiting for fall to come so that I can decorate and put the greenery away. You guys know I love the fall. That's when I thrive with my decorating. And so I've just been wiping everything down. I love to use this glass cleaner with the foam. It smells so good. I do get it from Lowe's or Home Depot. I think you can even get it from Walmart. And I literally clean everything with it. So I had to clean up my front door. When I first got this door, it was actually red. So you guys can see right here in the corner where it is chipping, because my new puppy goes to the door and scratches at it when she needs to go out. So that is a plus that she's like good with the potty training. We're working on it, but she's chipped away the white paint. So now that needs to be touched up. And so this is what the living room looks like once everything's wiped down, dusted, swept. I still need a mop. I'm going to go in with this Gain Febreze and just give everything a quick spray. I love for my living room to also smell like my laundry, so that's why I get the Febreze with the touch of Gain. And now I'm just getting my mop water ready. So I've got hot water, a splash of bleach, and just the original Pine Sol. And we're going to get these floors cleaned up. So I have learned with age and children that less is more in your home. So I used to just jam pack my house with so much stuff, picture frames, all kinds of decor, stuff hanging on the walls. Every little corner was filled. And then I realized that just makes my job so much harder because it's so much to clean and keep up with. So that's why cleaning now seems like 3 or 4 steps and then I'm done. So I will dust, I will mop, I vacuum, wipe everything down, and just put everything away, and it seems like cleaning goes by so quick. I don't really speed these videos up any, so give me 25 to 30 minutes in the living room and I'm done. I just find it so much more easier to get things done around here whenever I don't have all that extra stuff to do. I can spend my time in other places where it's needed. I know being a minimalist isn't for everyone. I never liked it, but don't knock it until you tried it because it can be freeing in a sense as well. I'm going to wait until these floors completely dry and then I'll put the dog beds down. For now, we're moving into the kitchen. This trash has got to go because we had Chinese food and tacos last night. It was a mix. We couldn't decide on what we wanted. And it just smelled up the whole house. So the trash had to be taken out before I could do anything else. That's usually the last thing I do. And I'm going to get some smell goods going in here. I can already smell the Pine Sol from the floors, but the Mexican and taco smell is still lingering. So we're going to get this farmhouse oil. I get it from Walmart. We're going to get this going in the diffuser. And I'm also going to be lighting a candle. So we've got that going. I'm just picking up, putting up. I did fill up this spray bottle with warm water and bleach. I also put just a drop of dish soap in here so that way it can degrease my counters and my stovetop. The new stove is working out perfect for me. However, since it does have the flat surface and not the like old burners, how do you guys keep the top clean? Because no matter what I do, I feel like it always still looks dirty, but it works perfectly. Also, my little ice maker that I got almost 2 years ago from Costway is still going strong. I've had so many people telling me that their ice makers go out within like 6 months to a year, and mine is going on 2 years. I use it every single day and I haven't had the first problem with it. So if you're looking for an ice maker, definitely check out Costway. And so I have a lot of dishes going on right now. So I've got 2 different dish mats put down. One for the cups and the smaller things, and then the other for the plates in Tupperware. You guys know how I make my dishwater up. Hot water, a little bit of bleach, and Blue Dawn dish soap. And I'm just jumping right in. I do speed up my dishwashing part up because, I mean, I hate doing dishes and I'm pretty sure it gets boring to watch. So I'm just rushing through this part. You guys get the drift. I think we all do dishes. So you guys see my other doggy over here in the corner. That is Sadie. She's 15 years old. I've had her since she was 3 weeks. So she was the litter mate of my other dog who just passed. They were both 15. They were both born from the same litter, and when my dog passed and I stepped away from the internet, it took a toll on all of us. She would just lay around, and I was thinking, she's so lonesome. She's never been alone. So that is another reason we decided to get another puppy. It has brought out the puppy in her, and she doesn't really show her age even though she's 15. She still acts like a pup. She is my shadow, and she just follows me everywhere. But a little backstory on the new pup. So we didn't actually go out looking for a new dog. We actually stumbled up on her. Somebody had found her at our local corner store gas station in a dumpster inside of a bag. And she was maybe going on a month in 2 weeks. So she was still a puppy. And I cannot believe someone just threw her out like trash. I don't know the backstory to that. However, we did rescue her, and we took her to the vet, and we had her scanned for a chip. And nobody seemed to be missing her or claimed her. So we just took her in as our own, and we've already had her fixed. She's went to the vet. She's got all of her puppy shots. And she's just been thriving here. She has grown so much. I feel like she grows every day. And so I kind of feel like it was just meant to be. We lost one of our dogs, and then we stumbled up on this one. So everything just kind of works out on its own. So I just wanted to add that little backstory so I can fill you guys in on how we got the puppy and why we got the puppy. We had our other dog for so long, 15 years, even before we had our kids. So the house felt so empty without her. And it's crazy because since she was so up in age, all she did was lay around and sleep. You never really knew she was here. But now that she's gone, you can just feel that something's missing, and the house does feel a lot bigger, even though it is just a small mobile home. So back into the cleaning. My dishes have had time to dry. I did put them away off of camera, and now I'm finally getting around to lighting the candle. So this is the champagne toast from Bath and Body Works. This candle is just about done for, so I'm just burning up what's left of it. I cannot wait to pull out all of the fall candles and get the fall scents going in here. I cannot stress how excited I am for cooler weather and fall time to come, because I love summer, but what's the sense of summer if you can't get out and enjoy it with this heat? The heat here in Kentucky gets up to almost 100, and it's just miserable. You cannot do anything outside. So we've just been staying inside and trying to make the most of it. So surprise, surprise, I still have this kitchen table. However, I have been browsing around wanting to switch it up. You guys know I used to switch out my kitchen table every single year because I was just never satisfied with one. I love all the different styles. I love the pub style tables. I love the farmhouse tables. And Now that I've had this one for so long, I kind of miss the bar stool tables to where you can push the bar stools up under the table and they're like out of the way. I'm trying to stick with this table. My husband tells me, you know, we gotta find one and stick with it, but I just cannot make up my mind and I cannot fully commit. But for now, we still have the table. This is the longest I've had a table since being here in our mobile home. I was thinking seriously of maybe just painting the wood on it, making it look like a distressed gray wash, since my mobile home is all black, white, and gray. Just the brown, it's throwing me off. I know it looks farmhouse, but I don't want it to stand out. I want it to blend in. Maybe I should paint it black, just the top, and keep the rest white, like my countertops in here. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Would that like mess the table up? So now I'm just finishing up vacuuming so that way I can mop in here. I'm used to having a big area rug in here, and I've had it up for at least 3 months now, and the kitchen just feels not complete. You kind of get what I'm saying? Like, I can't really explain it, but I feel like an area rug underneath the kitchen table just makes it feel a little bit more cozy. So I've been thinking a lot about that here lately too. I need to go shop for me an area rug. I don't want anything too busy, just clean and simple, basic. But I haven't made my mind up yet. Do I go with an area rug? Should I just wait until fall time? I don't know. I'm going to give it some thought though. So I'm just going to finish up what's left in here. I feel like I have chattered this whole video, and that is because I've been gone for 3 months. I've got so much to say to you guys. And so now that everything is clean, I'll give you guys one final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I look forward to making many more like this. So don't forget to leave me some love down in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next one.